Hello and good day to you. Welcome and thank you for watching this video. Now, it's a different video, so some of you will probably ignore it. In fact, probably a lot of you will ignore it. That's generally what happens. You only want DWP videos, and in my opinion, they're a little bit boring at the moment. And there are too many channels making the same old crap. So, I like to do a variety of things, including this one. Now, I found this very interesting because it's AI, and obviously AI is being pushed as the next big thing. We've got online AI, you've probably heard of, ChatGPT is quite famous. But this one, Grok, is actually from X, or Twitter. And it's Elon Musk's AI. So the AI is supposed to be artificial intelligence. It's supposed to be able to intelligently answer your question based on the information out there, but also the ability to reason. There was a post recently on X, and I read it and I thought, that's interesting, I'll keep that for later. And the question was asked of Grok: why do the media make out disability benefit fraud is high when it's negligible?
Negligible.
When it's negligible.
Negligible.
When it's negligible. Negligible.
Negligible.
Negligible. Negligible. Negligible. When it's hardly anything at all. I don't know why I do that. Yes. I just have a little bit of fun there. Anyway, so yes, why is it, well, why is it 0.0%? And they're saying it's quite high and they need to cut benefits. Well, have a listen. This is actually AI. I've put the text as well so you can read it, but have a little listen to this.
The media's tendency to exaggerate disability benefit fraud, despite evidence showing it to be negligible, can be attributed to a mix of historical narratives, political influences, and the dynamics of media itself. Official statistics, like those from the UK's Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, consistently show fraud rates for disability benefits such as Personal Independence Payment, PIP, at 0.0% and Disability Living Allowance, DLA, at 0.1% for the financial year ending 2024, with Employment and Support Allowance, ESA, at 1.5% in 2022-23. These figures indicate that fraud is a tiny fraction of total claims, far less than public perception suggests. Yet, headlines and stories often amplify the issue. Here's why this disconnect exists. One key factor is the legacy of government rhetoric. Since at least the early 2000s, UK politicians across parties have pushed narratives framing benefit claimants as potential scroungers or cheats. For instance, in 2007, Labour's Peter Hain vowed to rip up Sicknote Britain, while in 2010, Conservative Ian Duncan Smith told The Sun he was appalled at how easy it was to cheat incapacity benefits, implying widespread abuse. Often unsupported by data, these statements set a tone that the media picked up and ran with. Tabloids like the Daily Mail and Daily Express have historically published stories with titles like Sick Benefits, 75% are faking or Time's Up for the shirking classes, despite fraud rates being well under 1% for most disability benefits. This rhetoric aligns with austerity policies, where highlighting fraud, however small, justifies cuts or stricter eligibility, shifting blame onto claimants rather than systemic issues. Media incentives also play a big role. Sensationalism sells. Stories of rare, egregious fraud cases, like a claimant faking disability while secretly working, grab attention more than dry statistics showing 99.9% of PIP claims are legitimate. The public's appetite for outrage fuels this cycle. A 2013 Ipsos Mori survey found people estimated 24% of benefits were fraudulently claimed, 34 times higher than the actual rate. Media outlets exploit this gap, reinforcing stereotypes because they resonate with existing biases, even if the data contradicts them. Meanwhile, sympathetic stories about disabled people struggling with cuts or assessments have largely vanished from tabloid coverage, as research from 2011 noted a doubling of negative language like burden or cheat with little context on low fraud rates. Political agendas further amplify this. Governments benefit from a narrative that deflects criticism from underfunded services or administrative errors. DWP underpayments of PIP due to mistakes, for example, hit £60 million in 2022-23, outstripping the £40 million lost to PIP fraud. By focusing on fraud, ministers can appear tough on waste while avoiding scrutiny of systemic failures, like the 80% of PIP appeals the DWP loses or concedes. The media, especially outlets aligned with certain political leanings, 3/4 of UK media is Tory supporting, as noted in online discussions, often echo this framing, sidelining the reality that tax fraud, £14 billion annually, dwarfs benefit fraud, £1.6 billion. Finally, there's a social psychology angle. Disability fraud is harder to disprove visually, most claimants don't use wheelchairs, and conditions like chronic pain or mental illness are silent. This ambiguity makes it easier for media to stoke suspicion with anecdotes, even when evidence shows nearly 9 in 10 public fraud allegations, about 890,000 of 1 million from 2010 to 2015, are baseless. The result is a feedback loop. Overstated political claims feed media narratives, inflating public perception, and justifying more coverage. In short, the media overhype disability benefit fraud because it's a potent mix of clickable sensationalism, political utility, and a self-reinforcing myth that's outlived the facts. The negligible reality, 0.0% to 1.5% fraud, gets buried under a louder, more profitable story.
AI is a lot more complicated than that. I know that. I'm not being silly about it. I'm just saying that a computer program does what you tell it to do. So I just saw that with a very interesting thread that I saw on X, and I thought I'd share it with you as an alternative video. So there we go. I'm going to see how many views it gets, but I don't think it will get many. As per normal, a lot of the videos I make are ignored, and only the DWP ones actually get any traction at all. So it's very, very frustrating for me, because I don't particularly find the DWP stories very interesting, because they are very much doom and gloom. But having said that, I do have a couple coming out very soon, so watch out for those. Right, that's it for me. Have a very good day. Bye for now. Oh, hello. Sorry to interrupt the video. Just to say that if you're interested in and keen to watch new episodes before they come out, the best way to do that is become a Patreon, and you can do that very simply. Just go to patreon.com/Andy Wright Online and sign up for a monthly donation, which can be as small as $5, which is hardly anything. If you think about it, you can probably get a cup of Costa coffee if you're lucky. But $5 a month will allow you access to all of the videos that I'm going to be bringing out in the next few months, and you will get them at least a week early, so you can entertain yourself with the new episodes. Sorry to bother you, but now back to the video.